Welcome to the online classes Environmental Pollution Part 4. Today's topic for discussion is photochemical smog. Photochemical smog. So in the earlier class we understood that if the ozone is present in the stratosphere, it is acting as a protective blanket and protect the life of the earth from the dangerous UVA and UVB radiations. So same ozone, if it is present in the troposphere, then it is considered as a pollutant and it is giving a problem called as a photochemical smog. This photochemical smog was noticed for the first time in a place called Los Angeles. That's why it is also called as a Los Angeles smog. Photochemical smog is a mixture of pollutants that are formed when oxides of nitrogen and highly volatile organic compounds react to sunlight, creating a brown haze above the cities. It tends to occur more often in summer due to more availability of the sunlight. So in the earlier class, we understood that this highly volatile organic compound, it is one of the primary pollutant reacting with another primary pollutant, that is oxides of nitrogen. So that means the two major pollutants responsible for this photochemical smog are, one is the oxides of nitrogen, the second one is highly volatile organic compound. These two combine in a sunlight and gives a chain of products, a series of chemical products. Collectively, it will be a mixture of several compounds and it gives a brown color haze on the above the city, especially during evening. That is called as photochemical smog. So the primary air pollutants responsible for the photochemical smog is excess amount of vehicular emissions containing oxides of nitrogen and excess amount of highly volatile organic compounds. These are also from the vehicular emissions as well as from the industrial area. These problems are common. Photochemical smog is common in cities and densely populated areas as well as the industrial areas where many number of vehicles are moving. So the secondary pollutant that causes the most concern is the ozone that forms at the ground level while ozone is produced naturally in the upper atmosphere. It is a dangerous substance when found at the ground level. Many other hazardous substances are also formed such as peroxyacetyl nitrate. The meaning of this is if the ozone present in the stratosphere, it is going to act as a protective blanket. The same ozone, it is formed due to the reaction between these two, then it is called as a secondary air pollutant and it will lead to the many number of chain of products such as peroxyacetyl nitrate, etc. And these are all hazardous and this is called as a brown color gas produced because of this is called as a photochemical smog. So this is a primary air pollutant, nitrogen dioxide and sunlight and hydrocarbon. Collectively, it will give you the ozone. This ozone, if it is present in stratosphere, it is beneficial to the mankind. The same ozone, if it is present on the Earth's surface, it leads to the global warming, greenhouse gas, also the photochemical smog. What is the mechanism of the photochemical smog? It is a 6 marks question, very important. So it is a nitrous oxide. It is from the vehicular emission and it is also called as a primary air pollutant. So it is combining with the highly volatile organic compound. So it is from the petrol emission or diesel, petrol engine or diesel engine, the emissions from the petrol and diesel engine. So it will give you initially, it get oxidized to the nitrogen dioxide. Nitrous oxide oxidizes to the nitrogen dioxide when it is reacting with the hydrocarbon in the presence of sunlight. So this nitrogen dioxide under the UV light again breaks down itself into nitric oxide plus oxygen. So this nitric oxide again combining with one more molecule of VOC, highly volatile organic compound, to give you the NO2. See here, this will break down, it will get oxidized to the NO2. NO2 will reduce to the NO. It is a chain reaction, and also elemental oxygen is formed. This elemental oxygen combines with another oxygen to give you ozone. So this is not a molecular oxygen. It should be elemental oxygen. Let me rub that. So here it is elemental oxygen. It is no 2 will be there. There is no 2 here. Sorry. So this elemental oxygen formed in the previous step combines with the molecular oxygen to give a ozone. And that's how the ozone level increases in the troposphere. So this is considered as a secondary air pollutant. Again, the nitrogen dioxide plus highly volatile organic compound will also give a peroxyacetyl nitrate, one more compound called as a peroxyacetyl nitrate. Now you have a many number of compounds. See, NO2 is there, elemental oxygen is there, ozone is there, peroxyacetyl nitrate is there, other oxidants are there. This is a net reaction. NO plus, VOC plus, O2 plus, UV all put together, it is giving you the O3, a secondary air pollutant, as well as peroxyacetyl nitrate, and many such compounds are formed, and all collectively it is brown in color, and it will be present on the upper atmosphere, especially in the evening time, that too summer season, because more abundant sunlight is needed for these reaction to take place. That brown color fumes moving in the clouds, brown haze, we call that as the brown haze, we call it as a photochemical smog. So the same thing I have represented as a picture. We can see here, these are the emissions from the vehicular emission, nitrogen dioxide. So nitrogen dioxide gets converted itself, reduced to the nitric oxide and atomic oxygen, elemental oxygen. So this nitrogen dioxide, that is vehicular emission, gets converted into NO plus O2. This O, elemental oxygen, molecular oxygen, gets converted to the ozone. This is one reaction. The second reaction is this oxygen combines with the hydrocarbon as well as NO to give you the peroxyacetyl nitrate. This peroxyacetyl nitrate further breaks down to the aldehydes. So this is one path. So other path is this oxides of nitrogen combines with the rainwater to become a nitric oxide fumes. So there are two paths. In presence of sunlight, the vehicular emission containing the nitrogen dioxide, so it reduces itself to the nitric oxide and elemental oxygen. This elemental oxygen combines with the molecular oxygen to give you the ozone, a secondary air pollutant, and it leads to the this is called as a greenhouse gas. It leads to the global warming. The elemental oxygen plus hydrocarbon and oxides of nitrogen together, it will give you the peracetyl nitrate, another compound. This peracetyl nitrate break down to give you the aldehydes, and oxides of nitrogen combines with the water to give you the fumes of nitric oxide. So that means nitric oxide fumes, peroxyacetyl nitrate fumes, aldehyde fumes. So left out hydrocarbon fumes, ozone fumes. Together a brown color fumes are formed on the above the city. So that is called as photochemical smog. So this is a pictorial representation of the reactions which we have studied. So for the examination point of view, this reaction question is very important. So student has to practice these reactions. Now, what are the harmful effects of photochemical smog? So we understood that ozone is a secondary air pollutant and it leads to these photochemical smog. And if the photochemical smog, brown haze is there above the city means, so it will cause headache, chest pain, dryness in the throat. Also, the ozone and peroxyacetyl nitrate are very powerful eye irritants. That means if you are moving in such an environment where there is a photochemical smog, that is especially industrial area or the areas where many number of vehicles are moving, especially in the summer season. So you feel that eyes are getting irritated. You have to clean continuously with the cold water. Photochemical smog also leads to cracking of rubber and extensive damage to the plant life. Cracking of rubber means the rubber will lose its texture. That means rubber is a very smooth substance. So if the rubber is in the atmosphere of photochemical smog, so due to the oxidation of the rubber, it becomes porous or roughness. It is becoming highly rough in nature. It loses its originality. It loses its texture, and also it damages the plant life. These are the problems. Not only the plant life and human mankind, it also affects the metal, stone, buildings, etc. because it brings about the corrosion. If already corrosion is initiated, the rate of corrosion increases in the atmosphere of photochemical smog, because the photochemical smog is a mixture of pollutants, a mixture of compounds present in it. These are responsible for the corrosion of the metal, stone, buildings, etc. So these are the harmful effect of the photochemical smog. How to avoid this? How to overcome this? See, how can we control means, you know that from the mechanism we understood, the main culprit for the photochemical smog is a vehicular emission rich with the oxides of nitrogen. So to convert that oxides of nitrogen to the element molecular nitrogen, a catalytic converter must be fitted to all the automobiles. All the automobiles must be fitted with a catalytic converter, so that it will convert the nitrogen oxides of nitrogen into molecular nitrogen. That means it reduces this into the molecular nitrogen, eco-friendly molecular nitrogen, so that the photochemical smog formation can be avoided to a small extent. Also, removal of the oxides of nitrogen during the combustion, it can be achieved by using low NOx burners. By changing the design of the burner, by using a different types of burners, it is also possible to avoid the problem of the NOx. Sometimes it's highly impossible to eliminate the nitrogen from the fuel, but we can take care of this problem by using a different type of burners. So the burner can avoid the problem by not letting these oxides of nitrogen into the atmosphere. If no entry of nitrogen oxide into the atmosphere, no photochemical smog formation happens. The next one is treatment of flue gas by sorbents such as ammonia. Ammonia powdered limestone can remove the NOx and other pollutants. That means, so if no doubt that if the vehicles are emitting this NOx compounds, so by using chemicals like ammonia, trapping agents, in certain places these liquids should be kept, and the oxides of nitrogen which are present in the atmosphere will be trapped by it, and so that it get converted to the some other compound like N2. So it is not readily available as a NOx in the atmosphere to react with a highly volatile organic compound to form a photochemical smog. So that means simply the NOx can be trapped by the sorbent such as ammonia. This is called as a chemical treatment. Or another remedy is by growing some of the trees. So by growing some of the trees, these are the very good absorbers of nitrogen dioxide. It is possible to minimize the amount concentration of the oxides of nitrogen in the atmosphere. So that's how we can overcome the problem of the photochemical smog. So that's about today's class. Next class we will discuss about the solid waste management.